see my daughter's first steps over racing. I choose racing.
We're taking the best gamers in South Africa and we're turning one into a race driver.
I would do absolutely anything to be able to become an actual racing driver.
It's not a game anymore for the simple reason you're putting your life on the line.
Everything that's happened in my life actually happened for a reason, and it got me to this point.
One gamer will get a professional racing contract. That's what they're actually fighting for.
I can win this. I mean, that's what this whole project's all about, right?
The GT Academy offers a unique motor racing scholarship to some of the most gifted gamers on the planet. Since its conception in Europe in 2008, it has crowned winners from the UK, France, Spain, Belgium, Germany, Russia, and the USA.
Since I won the GT Academy, all my life has changed, everything.
I've never stepped into a race car, never been to a racetrack before. I still do sort of wake up and think, blimey, I'm a racing driver, this is weird.
Best moment for me was the podium finish at Le Mans 24 Hours in 2011.
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. It's the best feeling I had in my life.
Now one South African gamer will join the list of winners and become a professional driver. After months of online qualifications, the fastest gamers in the country were invited to Johannesburg, where the rigorous selection process began. Only the most promising received the invite to the home of British motor racing in Silverstone. They now have a week to prove that they have what it takes to go pro. If they win the academy, they'll wave goodbye to their old lives.
I pushed hard in the online qualification, I think. Pushed sleep boundaries, work boundaries a little bit.
Although I have a lot of gaming experience, I've got pretty much zero on the track, you know. I haven't really had the opportunity to drive any of these nice cars or even do track days.
The conventional way of doing motorsport is getting in from a young age, going through the karting, getting into the formulas or into sports cars, having a lot of money backing you.
This is the only opportunity I'll ever have to become a professional racing driver. If you don't have sponsors or anyone is willing to invest in you, you're not going to get anywhere.
Getting an opportunity like this is nuts. That's the best way to describe it. It's unreal.
Guys, good morning. Very warm welcome to GT Academy. My name's Rob Barth, I'm head of driving, and joining me this morning is Thomas Schechter, and we'll be forming your judging panel.
The gamers will be led by two driving pros. Rob Barth is a British endurance race specialist who has sat on pole position in some of the world's toughest long-distance races, including the Dubai 24-hour. Thomas Schechter is an IndyCar 500 racer with over 10 years' experience under his belt. He's achieved 2 wins, 4 podiums, and more than 30 top 10 finishes.
You're going to be tested throughout the week in a number of challenges, both physically and mentally.
If the guys want to last the week, they'll need to master the science of racing and make the leap from gamer to racing driver.
We've seen that you've got potential from the virtual world. Now we're going to see if you've got what it takes in the real world. We're looking for you to take on board all the skills needed and required by a modern professional racing driver.
As the week progresses, the challenges will get tougher, and only the most promising gamers will make the cut.
We're at day 1. Make an impression, make it a good one, because not all of you will be making it through to day 2. Guys, time for our first challenge. If you'd like to go and get ready, please. Thank you.
When Rob said that one of us were going home today, I mean, that's, you know, the reality started to set in that, hey, you know, we're not just here to have fun, it's a competition.
It's come down to basically put up or shut up. You basically need to put up your best and see if we're good enough.
We're losing one gamer today because we need to see the best of the best come through. They need to be quick, speed on the track, but it's that determination inside that's going to separate them.
Prepare yourself to win and to lose. That's how I see it. I hope I go through. That's my goal. I don't want to go home tonight.
Rob and Thomas will cut down the field of gamers as the week progresses. They will be helped by a team of highly experienced professional drivers.
Tomorrow, when we've got the top three, it's going to be anyone's game again, isn't it? You know, that could change very quickly between third, second and first.
Also on hand is the Academy's performance director, Simon Fitchett.
Fitness-wise, they're behind. That can, of course, be worked on.
Simon has worked with some of the best drivers in F1, including Sergio Perez and David Coulthard. It's his job to put the winner of the Academy through an intensive driver development program to get them up to a professional standard.
So it's a really interesting hand that we've been dealt, a real mix of individuals, and a terrific team, in my opinion. From Ashley, who's done quite a lot of driving, through to Jonathan, who's the youngest, who's done almost none, but a real mix.
A lot of our driving and stuff is on road, it's not really on track, so it's a completely different driving technique you need.
They all look pretty fit guys as well. 4 of them really stood out with the fitness.
This could be a GT Academy record here. Come on, Hercules, keep going. It's making it look easy as well.
Hercules, for me, was absolutely outstanding. He set an Academy record in the bleep test, which was very, very impressive.
I focus on fitness because I feel that once we're in the car, I don't have to worry about getting fatigued or anything. I can just focus on what the instructors are feeding me, soak up that information and put it on the track.
Keep up the good work.
With Gerhard, he's actually quite comfortable being at the top of things, looking good in front of people, but if things don't go his way, could go down quite easily. The weakest character and personality-wise, I would say, is Jonathan, but with that type of character, there's always that side of, always be careful of the quiet one. He could be really, really one to watch.
In racing, there's you in the race car, and they got to understand that there's only going to be one of them surviving this in the end, and they got to start thinking a little bit more selfish and how do I win this, and how do I conserve the energy, and how do I put the best performance on that day.
Okay, fellas, enjoying the lovely weather? Yeah. Excellent. Out on track at the moment is 2011 GT Academy champion Jan Mardenborough.
Jan Mardenborough won GT Academy less than 2 years ago. In that short amount of time, he has gone from complete novice to racing in F3 single-seaters. Last year, he took his first podium win, competing for the Nissan-powered RJN Motorsport in the British GT Championship.
He's setting you a target time on this very wet Silverstone Stowe circuit.
The gamers have to complete their fastest lap on Silverstone's Stowe training circuit. At 1.73 kilometres, it's short but technical.
Sitting alongside him is Thomas. Let's see how he's getting on. Thomas, how's it going, dude?
We're now coming around the hairpin, shifting up through the gears, try to stay off the white line, you get a little bit of wheel spin. Here in the wet, he's using a little bit of the outside line, the force to get back on the throttle early as possible, so as much speed down the front straight. That's the lap right here.
Watching the standing water and just being careful for that wheel spin. Yeah, you've got a lot of power, the car's quite light, too much power in these conditions, you're going to light the back end up. There's a time for drifting, and this isn't it.
super nervous now. You know, this is the bit that really counts. The judges are watching, the stopwatches are out. This is the moment where it counts.
You don't want to push too hard and bin it or put the car in the wall.
The main difference between the virtual world and what we actually do in reality is you now have that 1,000 kilos of momentum.
Rob is emphasizing the importance of weight transfer, which affects the handling. It's all related to the car's center of gravity, the point through which all the forces act. When the gamers change speed or direction, forces acting upon the car make it harder to control. When they brake hard, pitching will add more weight to the front of the car, and as they turn the steering wheel, a force called roll acts laterally or from side to side. The faster the car is moving, the stronger the forces will be. Only the best gamers will be able to keep them balanced.
As soon as you turn it and you have that gear, that's when it's going to go this way and back that way. So keep that car in a straight line.
Motorsports journalist Ashley is up first.
Ash looks sort of fairly safe and steady. I think he's got a little bit more experience than the other guys in terms of driving a sports car. So.
Good little save.
The guys seem to be playing it safe, but one driver in particular is attracting the judges' attention.
He's number one. Oh, no, hey up.
And it's not for the right reasons.
Gerhardt, big spin to finish.
Don't get too disappointed, you know? You know, you got to keep your confidence up and keep that aggression. It'll come right. It'll come right.
That's gonna cost me. Hopefully they can look past that, but I doubt it. So we'll see what happens.
All right.
The quietest gamer of the bunch is looking like one to watch.
Which car's Jonathan in? Jonathan's 5.
Yeah, 5 looks good. Jonathan in the first 3 laps looks very, very good. Yeah. There we are.
69.87.
Yep.
That's quick.
That's the quickest so far.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Have I impressed the judges? Honestly, I don't know, because they've all got poker faces. You know, you think you did all right, and they just won't really tell you. So I missed a couple of them.
I did make a mistake by pressing in the clutch while braking, but overall I kept it on the road, and I think I was fast enough or quick enough to at least go through. Really good.
One challenge down, and most of the gamers think they made good first impressions.
I did a pretty good job. Don't know if it's top, but at least I didn't spin.
But playing it safe clearly wasn't what Thomas was looking for.
I like Gerhardt. Yes. Yeah. That's probably the opposite choice of what you would think, because he spun twice. But
at least he's pushing.
Yes. And you know, you look at all the good guys when they're doing Friday practice in Formula 1. They're putting 2 wheels off.
Yeah, big time.
You know, so it's good that he's not scared of it and he's willing to go there.
Apparently there's 3 contestants that the judges have looked at that need to step the game up.
Is he going to win GT Academy? No, I don't think he is.
I'm sorry, you're not our guy.
The fastest gamers in South Africa have been invited to compete at a real-life driving race camp in Silverstone. Just one of them will win the chance to go pro. They will be judged over the course of a week on a range of physical and mental challenges. Today is the gamers' first day at Silverstone, and they know that at the end of it, one of them will be going home.
We knew there was eventually going to be eliminations, but it's something we tried to just shove to the side, and you don't want to think about it because you're so focused on doing whatever you've done. But it's going to be difficult seeing someone go, and especially on one day's performance. It's going to be tough.
Judges Rob and Thomas want to see some of the competitors step it up in the next challenge.
Going on the benchmark from this morning, Jonathan, he was our quickest man. Lots to work with there.
As a general summary, you were a little over-committed with your entries. That was costing you in terms of getting out of the corners because it was either inducing too much slide.
I would say JW, Robin and Louis definitely are the three to consider that one of them was going to go home.
I didn't really know what to expect when I was going to drive, so I think it went quite well. No mistakes or errors, I think better than expected.
Robin's fitness stands him in better stead, you know, so that obviously counts.
Overall, I feel confident. There was a few guys who made, say, bigger mistakes.
I'll be looking for JW to perform in the karting.
I kept it on the road, and I think I was fast enough or quick enough to at least go through.
It's interesting that we're not talking about Gerhard going home, you know. He threw it off in the biggest possible way in the timed activity, the benchmark, but he's got great attitude. He intrigues us both, you know. He's got more to give us in GT Academy, I think.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to get rid of one of them. But what I'm happy about is that we've also got 4 guys that I see a lot of potential in.
Yeah. I think that I really do stand a chance to win GT Academy. So if I don't win, the guy that's going to win he's got to have to bring something very special.
I think I'm kind of in the middle. Kind of seeing where it takes me. If there's a very good horizon, then I'll strive towards that.
I'm still confident that I can win it. Like 80% of this competition is mental. So you just need to stay focused and be positive.
I have to focus on what I'm going to do. I cannot be worried about what they're doing. I need to focus what I can do and to my fullest capabilities focus on that. That's it.
Obviously, the guys are prepared. I didn't underestimate them, but I'm equally prepared and I'm mentally better than them, I think.
Evening, guys. It's freezing cold, it's pouring with rain. This is what karting in the UK is all about. Most professional racing drivers have had to deal with these conditions. Aggressive racing is what we're looking for, close racing, pure racecraft.
There's 3 of you guys that we've been looking at closely that we feel have not stood out enough. Unfortunately, at the end of tonight, one of you will be going home.
Apparently, there's 3 contestants that the judges have looked at that need to step the game up. And karting is going to be the decider. One of us is going home.
I'm quite confident that I'm not one of those 3, but I'm still going to give my best and make sure I'm not the last one to go home.
I think they need to shine, they need to get around, and if they really want to secure their chance of not getting kicked out tonight, they've got to win.
The gamers have to complete an 8-lap race around the Daytona karting circuit. For one of them, their academy will end today.
The conditions are going to be very challenging for this event. I mean, the karts are running slick tires, it's been raining, there's standing water all over the track, so you have to be conservative and lighten those throttle.
Earning pole position from qualifying was Ashley. Hercules will start from second. At the back of the grid are Gerard and Robin. Hercules wastes no time and snatches the lead from Ashley in the first corner.
Hercules, Ashley.
JW has also started well.
Still quite tight.
JW in third, yes it is.
But it doesn't last long.
JW may have just dropped it at where the yellow lights are down the end.
While Hercules and Ashley fight for the lead up front,
Some bumping. Yep, some bumping. He took him out. Very neck.
there's a real battle emerging at the back. Louis, JW and Robin are occupying the bottom 3 positions. All of the gamers know that losing the race could be enough to send them home. For JW, winning the Academy would be more than just a personal triumph.
I started getting interested in motorsport from a very young age, and that's mainly because of my father. My dad is a mechanical engineer, but his hobby is motor cars and designing stuff and constantly thinking of how to improve anything. And that is a motion that is instilled into me as well, is to strive for perfection, and that's why he's my hero. I feel that I owe this to my father to prove to him that what we believe in is something worthwhile. And I've got no doubt in my mind that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
JW has fallen to 7th place and is racing at close quarters with Robin. Robin spins, allowing JW to move up to 6th. Robin has an analytical approach to racing, but it doesn't seem to be working out. It was something that Robin Thomas had concerns about before the karting event.
He still intrigues me, you know, all those questions he asks. He's always pushing.
Can't feel it though. What do you suggest coming down on the brakes on the back?
Robin having all these details and writing everything down and being a sort of perfectionist is something that's very important. It is good to have that in racing, but it's hard to put all the papers in line when you've got a wet track with slicks and a go-kart. And I think that's where the raw talent and preparation goes out the window. No matter how much karting you've done, and Robin seems to have done a lot before he's come over here, in these conditions you can't prepare for.
In contrast, Hercules has had few problems out in front and crosses the line in 1st place with Jonathan in 2nd. Robin manages to edge out JW to avoid a last place finish.
The 3 that we're really looking at, JW, Robin and Louis. JW,
I didn't think he was a bad driver. He didn't seem to do a bad job, but I just, probably is not going to be our winner, I wouldn't have said so.
Every time he went for the brake, he would dip the clutch at the same time and coast. It was like doing a 35-yard handbrake turn into every corner. I was terrified.
Robin.
Good basic technique, nothing fantastic, but he did what was needed at the time.
He may have a tendency to overanalyse.
Louis, he's a great guy, but he just hasn't been outstanding on anything for me.
Fitness-wise, he was one of the first to drop out as well.
Is he going to win GT Academy? No, I don't think he is.
Today we're going to have to eliminate one contestant.
Louis, Robin and JW, our bottom 3. Louis, couple of offs on track today. Not a great time on the benchmark, but we really like your attitude.
Robin, your attention to detail is something that we like. We're seeing that you're lacking a little bit of speed, though.
JW, you're improving. Again, good attitude. But you're making some fundamental errors. I'm sorry, you're not our guy. Sorry, dude.
Fortunately, I wasn't the one to get eliminated, but I need to improve and up my game if I want to stay in this competition.
So I'm feeling a bit down, being in the bottom 3 means a lot. You need to up your game from here. Judges are watching my every move. Only way from here to get out of that is obviously to beat the others, and that will be my goal tomorrow.
I wasn't expecting to go out that early. I was hoping to do a lot better. I'll probably see if I can get hold of my dad, family at home. They had high expectations for me, and I think I let them down, so it's difficult.
Guys, as you can see for this next challenge, we've got 2 GTRs. The black one's got a paintball gun.
And if you're not quick enough, this is going to happen.
Are you still firing at him?